Yeah. Well, I think a lot of what people learn from animals is perspective, because they are far more complex than a lot of people think they are. They're unique individuals with their own opinions and spiritual paths. And so I have this experience with an octopus in the Tokyo Aquarium a few years ago. And it's, the octopus was a large one, not huge, but large, in a tank. I'll buy him or her, I don't know. We'll say her, I don't know. In a tank by herself. And, my students, I took some students there, and they were off talking to animals, and I thought I would talk to this octopus. And it was quite interesting to me that she was reflecting on her life and the life that she had chosen. And I asked her about her life, and she said, well, it's boring. And I said, well, yeah, basically, why did you choose this life? And she said, well, sometimes it's depressing. There's endless time stretching before me. And yet, she said, it drives me inward, inner worlds with inner journeys. And I said, well, what is your purpose in doing this? And she said, well, I've often wondered about this myself. I am me, but in relation to what? Exactly. And, these are things that Nietzsche was asking. Who am I, and in relation to whom? And so, to have an octopus, and I talked to this octopus about people. I was trying to give her some context. And I said, well, there are people who choose lives of seclusion and reflection deliberately, And she said, well, then I guess that my life is the equivalent. And what I wished for her, what I said to her was, I wish you great insights. Because since that's the life you have taken, what a beautiful journey, what a beautiful opportunity to learn more about yourself, to learn about who you are in relation to creation or your past lives or whatever else it may be. But they're far more profound and deep, not all of them to be sure, but they're more complex than people think.
Wow, that's an extremely wow
story.
In relation to creation.
Yeah.
Because to me, it feels ultimately we are all here to create. We've all been created, and that is one of the only reasons why we're here.
And we are creation.
We are creation, and we're all works of art. We're all artists. So, and as a musician, I always get I'm not an artist, so I can't make music like that. So well, you might not be a musician, but you are a work of art. You're a living work of art. Jay-Z did a exhibition in New York where he was sitting on a bench in the middle of a squared out area, and everybody was around watching him, and he was performing. And I don't think it was with a mic. Maybe it was with a mic, but he was just doing it there. And of course, everybody was trying to record it, but it was really about that expression in that moment. And that's just him doing that. If an artist is using chalk on the sidewalk, it's still the same thing. That creative act, whether you're writing a book or even a businessman. See that, it's something like that. In a businessman, I'm not a creative person. I'm not a work of art. I'm not an expression of creation. Well, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
And to step into that power, to step into that light is really important.
Absolutely.
And to be told by an octopus that is,
they're amazing.
In relation to creation, what am I? That's the question.
Wow. Yeah, I know.